Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the As Seen on TV podcast for Supernatural, Season 11, Episode 12. Should have been named 13. Kidding, it's Don't You Forget About Me. I'm your host, Mike, and joining me is the confused Dom.
Hi.
The smiling Kim.
Hi.
And the grumpy-faced Nikki.
Hi.
Less grumpy-faced. So another filler episode. We love those.
I actually really like this episode.
I
This
did
episode
too.
was really good
It's
for filler.
It's continuing this season's trend of high-quality filler.
Mm-hmm.
Of which we've only had a couple, but at least it's high quality.
This was a true filler. There was nothing for the overarching story at all.
Not even a mention. A snippet.
Well, they mentioned Castiel, who we all know is actually Lucifer, so I don't know if you could go with nothing exactly.
Okay. So a tiny blurb.
There was
It's a
enough.
stretch.
They did ask if they heard anything.
About Amara, and
Oh,
she's
yeah, I've heard
hiding or
too.
something. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, it's not a complete dud, whatever you want to put it, whatever
Mhm.
word you want to add to it. But I mean, yes, it was a filler episode. The overarch had nothing to do with the plot of this episode.
Okay, then. Very true. So Sam and Dean show up at Sheriff Mills' house. Which, the only way to make that house better is to include Sheriff Donna. I think.
Oh my god, that'd be the best household ever.
Yeah.
So, you got
I
Claire.
was half expecting her to be in it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
To like swing by and like hand off a pot roast or something? Yeah, totally.
So-
So to just have like that awkward like we're together but we're not gonna say anything kind of vibe, and then you don't know. It just leaves you wondering like, ooh, what's going on with those two? That's what I was expecting.
All right. So, in this house, you have living Claire, a.k.a. Castiel's host's daughter. You have Alex, who I completely forgot about. Apparently she was the girl who was luring people to their deaths in a vampire nest for the vampires. And Sheriff Jody Mills, who everybody loves.
Yep.
And let's just say that was the most hilarious dinner I've ever witnessed.
The awkwardness that ensued.
Dean wanted to get up and leave. How many times?
He's like, huh?
Like, oh, yeah. Oh,
No,
yeah,
you know what? Sam and Dean knew exactly what to say. They just didn't want to say it. Because those are three women, and they're three deadly women, and they will kick your ass. And they are full-grown men, and they will die.
Sam, can you pass more mashed potatoes, please?
Just
Just
stuff
think
my
about the food.
face.
Just think about the food. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Think about the food. Mm-hmm.
Now, Alex was in it was last season or 2 seasons ago, wasn't it? She was in, I think it was season 9. It was like that really obnoxious title. You remember? It was like Alex, Annie, Alexis, something or
Yeah.
other. I remember I was making fun of that episode title.
I don't quite.
So it's while we were still podcasting,
It was while we were podcasting, so we've only done
Yeah.
season
Yeah.
9 and 10.
and now 11. So yeah, I think
Yeah,
it
well-
was season 9.
Okay. Alright then. But yeah, I completely forgot she exists. I'd forgotten that episode. I've blocked out most of season 9, unfortunately. Okay.
See, for me, 7 was the one I blocked out.
With the Leviathans?
Yeah. That's when Bobby died.
Yeah, okay. Understand why you block it out. So the whole reason Sam and Dean pay a visit is because Claire called them and says she's hunting something. There's something in town that's having people disappear. But she's attacked what? 3 completely random, ordinary people. Oh, I'm
And a
sorry.
German Shepherd.
And a German Shepherd with rabies. Which,
Hey, I mean, a dog with rabies. Sorry, that needs to be taken out.
yeah, that was a service. That was a
Doesn't have to be
public
taken out.
service.
You can treat that animal.
Once it shows symptoms of
No.
rabies, it is dead.
Once, yeah,
Yeah, that's why
they're
it's too
as
late.
good as gone.
Rabies is, 100% mortality
that's why
rate.
they put them, why they get quarantined for 10 days.
Mhm.
When it's a possibility.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get rabies now.
Rest in pieces? I don't know how they deal with that. Um.
Well, it's in your brain.
Anyway, Jody thinks that there's nothing, and that it's
I'm okay then.
all right then.
That
you
means
just
he
got
has
it.
That
no
means he
brain.
doesn't have it. Yeah.
You just got, thank
Yes, we got it. Don't worry. We're not. Okay.
you. It took like a good 3 seconds, so I was worried for a second.
I'm sometimes slow.
I just didn't want to say anything.
Sheriff Mills thinks that there is nothing. It's all in Claire's head. This is just part of her, I guess you could say, acting out, because we find out that Claire has been skipping class at college. And
I like the talk with Dean. She's like, nobody likes school. He's like, exactly, but you still have to go.
nobody likes it.
It defeats
Nobody likes
the purpose, sir.
Yeah, that does defeat the purpose. Sam's much better with the, the motivational
Words.
talks, with the words. Yeah. But unlike Claire, Alex is actually turned her life around. Spends 8 years in a vampire nest being bait for people. I mean, what's the term for that? Catfishing people to their doom?
More or less.
More or less, yeah. Grade A student, dating the most popular guy in high school, really done good for herself. Very sad that it was all a lie.
Yeah, especially when Jody's gonna have to talk with her.
The talk.
The talk.
So we have to talk.
I found birth control in your bag, and Dean's like, oh god,
That's when they're
We're
like,
doing
okay, can we go
this.
now?
we're doing this.
We're doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole talk was brilliant. But, so yeah, Alex has got this whole thing going for her until she finds her favorite teacher murdered hanging upside down from a flagpole.
I don't think that was her turning point, but I mean, it sure made a divot.
Oh, it was the start. It was the beginning of, whatever. You're right, it was definitely a turning point. Made a divot.
I said it wasn't the turning point. I said it made a divot. She's gonna be fine. She's gonna be fine. She's sad. Favorite teacher.
Yeah, she has a support system.
She had a support system.
Well,
I mean, did you guys ever have a teacher die when you were in school?
yes.
No, I didn't.
Was it like a favorite teacher kind of?
It was a teacher I knew from after-school activities, but one who I had never had. He was the band teacher, and I wasn't in band in school, but I did do
Yeah.
a lot of the school plays for 3 years, so I did know him pretty decently.
Yeah, I my 6th grade teacher passed away. It was like a year or two after we graduated. Because my school went kindergarten. I mean, 1st grade through 6th, and then 7th and 8th were in a new. 7th, 8th, and 9th were in a new school. It was different from most. Usually, it's 6, 7, 8 are paired together, but mine paired 7, 8, and 9. It was weird. Anyway, so we went back to visit, and later that day, he went to play basketball with some of his friends. He went to do a layup and he passed away. He was definitely my favorite teacher I've ever had. And then I had another incident in school. My shop teacher, well, earlier in the day, I accidentally hit one of my friends in the head with a hammer. And then later that day, my teacher had a heart attack. The shop teacher had a heart attack and died. I can't say that I'm directly the cause of any of that, but all of my teachers, after hearing that, told me not to come back and visit them.
Jeez.
No deaths, but I had one kind of similar, like, creepily hit on me in my yearbook.
All right. So, the point we're trying to make is that a love...
Wait, I have one. I jived with a strongman substitute, and he threw me around like a rag doll.
I remember that story.
That's all I got.
Oh,
Sorry.
So the point we were trying to make is that a beloved teacher dying is a big deal for a school. Because
Yeah.
when, for us, our band, everybody loved the band teacher. The day he died, it was, the hallways were silent. Nobody said a fucking thing to anybody.
my shop class was mayhem. Everybody destroyed everything in that shop room.
I imagine. So, it turns out that all this is happening because the janitor is a vampire.
I hate when that happens.
I know, right? The school janitor is a vampire. He is a guy who came to town to specifically get revenge on Alex, because he is one of the people she catfished into a nest of vampires, who then turned him for some reason instead of just killing him.
Now, I don't remember that episode very well.
Me neither.
I'm curious if that actually was in that episode, if they showed footage of that.
And if it was the same guy.
Yeah.
Huh.
So, I mean,
that's
I'm
a
going to
good
have to go
point.
back at some point and check that out, but I don't know.
Yeah, what was the guy's name? Do we remember?
No.
The janitor.
The janitor, yeah.
the janitor.
Uh,
And what was worse was that he wasn't one of, like, the ones that were being the dirty, oh, I'm gonna follow you home. He was one of the ones that was trying to help her.
right.
Yeah,
What was it, Mr. Wheeler?
Mr. Wheeler, is that him?
that's the one that got hung from the.
No, yeah, that's the.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Yeah,
No,
that's him.
Stephen Phelps was the guy who got hung. Yeah, this is him. All right, so let's see. That guy, Ben Cotton. Here we go. Going back. I love how we're doing this. Oh, right. They use a different actress for Alex. Okay,
Did
fuck
they?
it. Yeah. I was going to say look for 2 episodes that the both of them were in together, but...
Hmm.
And I found that funny because in the flashback they showed a different girl, and it's like, wow, I didn't even recognize you. They said that at least 6 times, like, yeah, it's a different actress, guys. Guess what? We're shoving it down your throat.
At least they're not trying to hide it like a lot of
Yeah.
shows do, which actually pisses off the viewers more than
Yeah.
being like jokingly shoving it in your face.
Look at Bewitched. Like, you're
Yeah.
really gonna switch Darren on us and expect us not to notice?
There's that. Or, I mean, hell, this show has used the same actor or actress for multiple roles. I mean,
The first show that I've actually remembered doing something like that was Roseanne, when they switched Becky out. Like, they switched her a few times. They went back to the original actress, then the girl from Scrubs, then back to the original actress, then the girl from Scrubs, back to the original. And I remember at one point Roseanne said, "Becky, I don't even know who you are anymore. It seems like on a day-to-day basis you're a completely different person." And like, unless you were paying attention to the show like that, like, you didn't catch those kind of jokes. But yeah, it's just, I love when shows can make referential humor to themselves.
mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I guess that's a good thing then. So the vampire came to town to hunt Alex, and Alex's boyfriend, the pretty boy at school, is also a vampire, who Mr. Janitor turned just to get close to her, to build her up before he ripped it all out from under her. Dick move, guy.
Well, he was a dick. Super jocks that are just dicks.
It's not that he was. He may have been a regular dude before he got turned.
Very true.
It was, Mr. Janitor that decided that he wanted to do the dick move.
I don't know. He said that he had kind of he liked being a vampire, like he liked being vicious.
I mean,
That
who doesn't?
happens after you get turned.
Who doesn't like being a vampire?
No, I mean, I guess you can go with the old adage, power corrupts.
Power corrupts absolute.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Positively.
indubitably. things.
Bad stuff.
I do gotta say though, when when vampire's name, who I don't remember, Revenge Vampire, when he kidnapped Jodie and Claire, that was one of the more brutal, like, abduction scenes that I've seen in quite a while.
Jodie always gets her ass handed to her. Always.
Or her leg.
Well,
That too.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
made the joke with her leg being the one that's fucked up all the time.
she always gets beaten up. Poor Jodie. All the time. I think every episode that she's been in, she's gotten really hurt. And yet she's still badass.
She is, but I don't think she ever broke like a significant bone like this before, like her leg, you know?
nah.
She's always beaten and bruised. And she's bleeding. So
That noise Mike just made, I don't think he was able to watch when she broke her leg. Is that
Did you hear the snap?
Yeah, see, that's one of the few... I'm not a very queasy person, but it's one of the few things that actually get me.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Go watch the movie. It's the only movie with Shia LaBeouf that I actually enjoyed. I think it was like 128 or 126 hours or something like that, where he gets his leg and arm like trapped in a rock slide and he's stuck there and he can't get out.
That was James Franco.
Was it James Franco? I thought it was Shia. Okay, well, James Franco, whatever.
Seen that movie.
Yeah.
Never
Okay,
again.
yeah, that one.
I haven't seen it.
The noise that was made when he was cutting the tendons in his arm. Do you remember that noise? Okay. Yes.
hey, I want to know.
There's not a lot of things in this world that make me cringe. That is one of them.
Yeah, that's... They...
So they did a really, really good job.
Yeah, they did a really good job. I guess people, they don't realize what sounds are going to be made when someone's cutting a limb off, especially of themselves. Ugh.
Yeah, it was James Franco. Now that I think of it.
Yeah.
And I wasn't that was the movie that turned James Franco around for me because I was never a big James Franco fan until that movie, and he did phenomenal in that role.
Anyway, vampires vanquished. And yeah, Sam basically says, I forget when he says this. I think it was towards the end. He tells Claire, who's, stop fucking up college. Try to hang on to your normal life, or what semblance of a normal life you have, while you still can. Like I saw a comparison made that, Sam, Dean, Claire, and Alex all had their lives, stripped from them by the supernatural at very young ages. And the thing the two girls have is Jodie, who will actually give them some semblance of a family or stability, something that the two of them never had.
I mean,
They had their dad, but he was still out hunting like 90% of the time. Not growing up.
Bobby was always there for them.
He was around growing up. He was around. They weren't always with him.
Right.
They were on the run, on the move a lot, but
Mm-hmm.
Bobby was around when they needed him.
Yeah. So, I mean, they had a semblance of family. They always have. It's just they didn't have the stability.
Yeah. Alrighty. But other than that, very filler episode. Not much more to talk about, I don't think.
Well, I think it was interesting with, like, Claire. I was just, like, she didn't appreciate the situation she's in. You have, like, Dean trying to be the father figure to her. And
She wants him to be the father figure.
Right. And then in the meantime, you have, like, Alex and Dean and the boyfriend or whatever, and it's just like, wait, you know the FBI?
You know the FBI? Like,
I loved how Dean stared him down.
Yeah, you're just gonna go hang out.
totally got the point.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Yeah, like normal supernatural filler, a lot of decent comedy in it. So, am I forgetting anything?
Just that we know that, Claire is not dead and Jodie's not dead, and they're going to be back. They may only have like a few episodes a season, but
I'm curious what this is gonna do for Alex now.
Well, she's saying that she's gonna leave. Like, she doesn't want to be around the hunting and stuff.
I mean,
Yeah, but neither did Sam.
Very true.
Sam left. What happened to Sam?
He went to law school. What happened to Sam is his girlfriend was pinned to the ceiling and set on fire.
Right.
well, I mean,
So,
Alex is going through almost the same traumatic bullshit.
right,
Well,
mean,
she
it's-
knows she's not gonna be able to get away with it. Get
Yeah.
away from it. It's always going to follow her. It's the
So I
unfortunate.
think the next time we see her, it's gonna be that she left. She went to go live a normal life. She's in trouble, and Claire went to go save her. And can you imagine Claire and Alex going around on the road
Hey, we got a spin-off.
hunting things?
No,
a family business.
no. I don't want Claire and Alex. I want Sheriff Donna and Sheriff Mills.
They can do that a spin-off too. You know what? They have so
All
many.
the spin-offs.
That is the better
Fine.
spin-off for me.
What do you mean? What about Bloodlines? That was such a good spin-off.
They needed to put a little bit more thought into that, and it would have
We've
worked
talked
out.
about this how many times because the originals worked because they were pre-established for like a season and a half plus characters that they used. Bloodlines, they just made them all up.
Well,
how do you
originals with the Vampire Diaries for those not
Yes.
how do you think everything comes into existence, Michael?
Yes, I'm aware of that, but they made them all up and tried to throw them into an already existing thing. Like, I don't know. The episode was terrible. It just didn't work at all. I don't think.
They wanted to see how the whole spin-off situation was going to work because the originals had been doing so well. They wanted to see if another genre, another universe could do the same thing. They
You
just
know
didn't
what
put a
would
lot
be
of
the
thought
best
behind
spin-off? The best spin-off in the history of ever would be a Castiel spin-off and show everything that Castiel was doing in the gaps that we didn't see him. Boom.
I don't know about a whole spin-off, but definitely I'd like to see a whole episode of just Castiel just running around being stupid.
We've
Like
well
Castiel.
running around being stupid. I mean, we did have a cast-centric episode, I believe. Before he went dark side at the end of season 6.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a monologue by him showing his actions. It was a full episode of him. But I would like to see a more lighthearted, goofy version of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there were so many potential for spin-offs, along the way, like the cult and
Yeah.
everything that was going on with that before the cult just like disappeared and got caught in like some time paradox. With the traveling in time with the Phoenix and all that.
Mhm.
And then we had, the Men of Letters. Like,
There would have been a great
Still want
spin-off
that.
right there.
I still want that. They're still mentioning it. It's still
They can
bringing it up, and they're still living there. Like, just
They
give
can
us
still
the
do
fucking
it.
spin-off.
I
I
mean-
They
know.
can still do it. They can do something like Agent Carter. They can go back, have a theme, that time theme, and just go with it. It's completely possible.
Yes, they could. And the brilliant thing about the whole Men of Letters bunker is they wrote it as like this huge thing, like this massive fortress with hundreds upon hundreds of rooms and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, they wrote it that way, so whenever they want to pull some bullshit out of their ass, like, oh yeah, let's go into this room we've never been in.
Or, oh, look, we just moved this statue and a door opened that we had no clue was ever here. Like, you know how many secrets that there probably is in this place that they still haven't found? Even if they've
Exactly.
been in every room?
Yeah. There's probably an alien, a xenomorph from the movie Aliens down one of those hallways that they just haven't discovered yet.
Yeah.
Come on, it's good. They've goofed on aliens, but they haven't actually brought actual aliens into
You know what? They
Supernatural
have a
yet.
whole freaking particle accelerator in one of their fucking rooms.
A particle
it's gonna-
accelerator.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna
One
have
day.
alarms gonna start going off. What the hell's going on? They look around, a computer screen comes out of the wall. Dude, I didn't know this place had computers. They read it: particle accelerator failure, a catastrophic implosion imminent. Like,
And then Dean gets struck by lightning, and then
turns into the Flash. Dean gets
What
struck by
alternate-
lightning.
What alternate DC universe is this?
Make up a number.
52.
okay, then it's the 52nd one.
I thought there was a 52.
There is. Yeah, and just do what Marvel does. Whenever they need a new parallel universe, pin a number they haven't used yet on it.
Whatever.
Yeah?
It's all in the CW. I'm good with it.
Mm-hmm. Seriously, though, if the Vampire Diaries ends before Supernatural, Sam and Dean do have to show up and kill everybody.
Sure.
Or better yet, Barry Allen comes flying through dimensions and starts pulling characters together through so many different... Because we've already established Supernatural's vampires are different from the vampires in Vampire Diaries. So therefore, they have to exist in parallel versions of their own world. And the only person so far in the CW world they can pull them together would be Barry. So let's have a mega CW crossover.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I already
Starts
love
going
all their
between
selfies
dimensions.
and their, their whenever they go to premieres and stuff. I love all their pictures because they're all together and it's just like, this is the best ever. Please make this for reals.
Yeah. That does look like fun.
They all hang out like they're best friends.
Exactly.
It's just like you see Jared, Jensen, Paul, Ian. They're just all hanging out. It's just like, why is this not a thing?
That would be a hilarious episode. Anyway, now that we've strayed off of this episode, the next episode is called Love Hurts. And it is a Valentine's Day episode.
Joy.
Fuck Valentine's Day.
Both of you. Sam and Dean investigate a set of murders on Valentine's Day and discover they are dealing with an ancient curse. Once kissed by the curse, the person is marked to die.
So does this mean the curse is an actual person? Or is it like a puppy? Because puppies love giving kisses, and that shit would be catastrophic.
We'd all be screwed.
I'm actually curious.
Please
Everybody-
involve the curse giver to be named Cupid.
Oh.
We've already had a Cupid show up
Right.
in, I think,
A
season
single
4 or
Cupid.
5. Yeah.
We can have more Cupids.
We could have more Cupids.
If there's multiple,
Well, there were.
keepers, there's gonna be multiple Cupids. Come on.
No, Castiel in that episode did say, there are multiple Cupids.
Okay,
He said he's
well,
one of,
there you go.
it says a Cupid. So. All right, is there anything else for this episode?
Yes.
What is it?
Needs more
You
puppies.
can find me down below at Phenomenon.
Really?
PHENOMEDOM.
Kim, how about you? While we're at it.
H-U-F-I. Wait,
She did.
We'll come back to you. Nikki, how about you?
H-U-F-F-I-T-Y. P-U-F-F-I-T-Y.
She did it. You can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
You can find me on Twitter at Philodrin right there. You can find all of us on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, Gmail, Google+, at Data That Order, whatever, and YouTube at ASOTV Podcast. You can follow us there. Thank you, Dom, for more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows, movies, and games. What are you guys doing next, iZombie? If you're watching live, iZombie will be live in 27 minutes.
It was such a good episode, guys. Oh my
Stay
god.
tuned.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just tab over to chat and guild arts. I punched a dick.
Congratulations.